Oh. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Oh, do, 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 do. Boo, doo, boo, boo. Hello, Leonard. Hello, Bucky Hibby. Got Leonard and Bucky Hibby on. If you have those two, you're guaranteed to have a good time. Combine it with me. Hello, Julie Flanagan. Hello, Little Shorty. Hello, Izzy Clark. Hello, Rach. Wonder if we're going to have a nice audience today. Wonder if we're going to have a nice audience today, or is it going to be quiet? Hello, Wendy. Hello, Donnie. Hello, Circus. Hello, Michael and Santi. Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Friday morning. It is November 1st. Wow. Only 2 months left of the year. I'm still not even used to it being 2024 and the year's over. Just about over. Not over, but mostly over. And it is 5:58 a.m. Happy Friday. Uh-oh, hold on. My AC unit started blowing. It's like 38 degrees. The AC unit still goes on frequently. Good morning, Josh. Good morning, Tara. Good morning, Robert. Katrina, Lauren, and the rest. Again, my name's Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Friday morning. It is 5:58 a.m. It is November 1st. Happy Friday. This is a show I've been doing for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some feelings. It's a show about me sharing some thoughts, sharing the ups and downs we have in life. Good morning from Florida. But for those that have been watching, well, you know it's not just a show about me talking. You know it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me, and I am so excited to have my first sip at this early hour. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh. It's the hazelnut. I think I bought it at Aldi the other day. It's nice. It's still finishing up over there. As I was deciding what coffee, I had a taste for hazelnut. I've been drinking a lot of pumpkin spice. I was given a gift of pumpkin spice the other day, and I love the pumpkin spice, but I thought I'd mix it up a little bit and reached back into the back of my coffee bag pile. I actually have a pile of coffee bags. Not a pile, but probably like 6 or 7. They're not actually stacked up. And can you see inside of my refrigerator? No, not because I'm embarrassed about it. There's not much in there. I could give you a quick rundown. There's oranges. There's some fried chicken. There's some egg rolls that are yet cooked. There is apples. There's some cheese. There's some ham. There's some salami. There's some brown mustard. It's delicious. Maybe some hot dogs. Nothing too exciting. Nothing too exciting. So I just gave you the highlights. That's what I can remember offhand. If you go into the freezer, there's some ice cream. There's a couple cups of water. I like to drink my water cold. Might be some frozen foods of some sort in there. Nothing fancy. But anyway, as I was sorting through my pile, thought about making the pumpkin spice. Then thought I'd change it up a little bit. And in the back, along the wall, there was this little bag of hazelnut going, drink me, drink me. So I'll drink you, little hazelnut. I'll drink you. And it's nice. It's nice. I mean, it's not the Starbucks pumpkin spice. We all know that. But maybe it's not meant to be. Has me thinking about myself a little bit right now. Woke up several times during the night. I currently wait tables. I work wait tables in Naperville, Illinois. I'm a twice divorced dad, 4 beautiful kids. I've got a ton of financial responsibilities. I was a realtor for 17 years, slogged along through that and tried my best to make a successful career about it, and had reasonably successful years, certainly successful months, but overall it was hard. It was a struggle. And keeping ahead financially was a struggle, and consistently paying my bills was a struggle. And sometimes it feels like life's a struggle, and sometimes I feel more so for me than it is for a lot of people. And I think probably it is. It's the decisions I make and the choices I make, and seem to put me in challenging situations, and more often than I'd like. More often than I'd like. I'm not trying to make bad decisions or make wrong decisions or make poor choices. I'm not trying to not get along. I'm trying to get along. I got a lot of friends. I love a lot of people. I have a good heart. I want what's best for everybody. Yet despite that, I struggle. I'm hardworking. I just don't know where to put my work into all the time. And maybe sometimes in life I have a hard time getting along, or just doing as told, or doing what I'm supposed to do. And because of that, it has me sitting in front of you on this Friday morning from an extended stay in Naperville. I don't know what that means, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's have another sip of coffee. Oh, so how are you guys doing? How are you feeling? How'd you sleep? Like I said, I woke up a few times during the night, and I wanted to reach out to friends. And I feel over the last, probably, it might be my whole life. It might be my whole life. Certainly the last week. Most likely the last 3 years. But it's my whole life. And I felt like I was a burden during the night. And that my struggles, because I want to bring joy to people, and I think I kind of do. I think I make people smile and laugh and feel good about themselves. And that's a flip side to my struggles. And maybe if I didn't have the struggles, I wouldn't have the ability to make people smile and laugh and feel good. But it's tough. It's tough. And I wake up during the night, my mind's racing. I'm going, I got a job I'm thankful for, but every day I look for new jobs, higher paying jobs, more jobs that fit my experience. I got people that love me and I love, but trying to learn how to get along. I'm in good shape, but I worry about getting out of shape, and Maybe trying to get better all the time is tiring. Maybe fighting where we are is tiring. Because I certainly didn't expect to be waiting tables at 56. Somebody asked me, what's my faith like? It's what I've been relying on to get me through. It's not rock solid. It's not rock solid. I go to church. I absorb the message. I feel better. I lean on it. I pray. I think even my faith's right where it's supposed to be. I think my faith is right where it's supposed to be. You know, I went from a total agnostic most of my life till about 5 or 6 years ago, being a guy that goes to church every day and prays every day and lists things he's grateful for and leans heavily on God. Because I don't want to be a burden to my friends, and sometimes my problems feel bigger than I can handle. And my friends want to help, but they don't know what to do or what to say. I was talking to a woman I know, a good friend of mine, yesterday, explaining to her my situation a little bit. How I want what's best, but I'm not sure what's best. And she said something along the lines of, there's no easy answer. There's no easy solution to this. Yeah. Yeah. Denise said, welcome to the real world. I think if you're remain inside the safety of the plan or of the American dream, and you go to college, you get a job, you stay in that job, you get married, you have kids, you put a picket fence up, you move up the corporate channel or chain or whatever. It seems like there'd be safety in that. It feels like there'd be safety in that. And I've always kind of been on the outside looking in, going, hey, that white picket fence looks nice. My oldest brother lives a pretty white picket fence, or at least it seems to, life. Does pretty well. But again, I know he goes through his struggles as well. And he has his issues. I don't know how to solve my issues. And at times it feels like my issues and my inner turmoil feels like a burden to those around me. And that's a yucky feeling. So somebody asked me how my faith is. I rely on it. It gets me through. Yeah. Got me through last night. Oh, that's good. Well, you guys all feel the same way. What does that tell me? I'm not alone. We all struggle. We all have our demons. The last week, though, I've really been struggling with like dark thoughts. It's no fun to have dark thoughts. I've been angry and afraid. Maybe jealous, but I don't think jealous. Maybe just angry and afraid. and afraid. And not knowing what's best and wanting what's best. And I have 4 beautiful kids that I love with all my heart, and I don't see them nearly enough. And my whole thing is trying to figure a way to find a job that pays enough that'll allow me to cover my financial responsibilities and keep a roof over my head and get a car and live the white picket fence life. And where I'm at right now, the job I'm working at, no matter how many hours I work, I never get ahead enough to put the down payment on the house, even put a security deposit down on an apartment and pay my monthly rent and put a down payment on a car bill. I could make payments, and I'm not bitching or moaning or whining. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. And, just thinking out loud. You guys are saying good morning to each other, which I do appreciate, but it made me laugh with like exclamations and smiley faces as I'm pouring my heart out to you. But yeah, I've been struggling with dark thoughts the last few days. Feeling like a burden. The last couple days, I've been off. I haven't worked. I had off Wednesday and Thursday of this week. And I think those are hard times for me because at least when I'm working, I feel like I'm not sliding backwards. And the last couple days, I felt like I was sliding backwards. And my kids were getting further away. And the house, the little 3-bedroom split level was getting further away. And the car was getting further away while my problems were bearing down. Hasn't been a great feeling. Hasn't been a great feeling. I don't blame it. Somebody's saying we're in an economic system where some people are not paid enough for their hard work. I don't think it's I can't blame the economic system for myself. I certainly can't blame the economic system. I mean, yeah, if we lived in I'd be taken care of, but I don't really want to be taken. Sometimes I want to be taken care of. But that's not what I'm striving for. I wouldn't be content in a system where I was spoon-fed. It's a fight, it's a struggle, but it's my fight and it's my struggle. And maybe I need to learn to be okay with it. And maybe I need to not shut out the outside world. Somebody posted something negative about me the other day, and I responded with, other people's thoughts are none of my business. And I mean that. But as a guy who kind of puts himself out there, he opens himself up to a lot of thoughts, opinions, questions, suggestions, advice. A lot of it well-intended. But still noise. Because I think it's hard to give advice until you walk in somebody else's shoes. And I'll be looking to friends for answers. Like my friend yesterday. And she said, yeah, there's no easy solution. Which had me feeling dark thoughts last night. And I thought about it. I go, hey, I was working in Yellowstone this summer as a waiter. I haven't been a waiter all my life, but I realized there was a job opportunity for me in Yellowstone as a waiter. And it was an opportunity where they put you up in a dorm room with a roommate, and you're fed and you're housed, and you go to work every day, keeping, for me, it was Mammoth Hot Springs in Yellowstone going. And I worked as a waiter. I made pretty good money. I was housed. I was fed. I was lonely. I didn't like it. But I was able to pay the bills and then some, and go to work every day. And honestly, it kind of felt like a little prison for me, like a work camp. And for me, it was. For me, it was. However, during the night, I woke up and I go, crap, what do I do? So I got out my computer and I looked up the website, and saw a job that's a seasonal job that's on the other side of the country, that's available for the same company. And I sent him out a resume and applied for it. And I don't know how I feel. I'm pretty darn sure it'd feel like a work camp. And I'd feel lonely there. And I wouldn't like it. Probably at all. Maybe I would. But I know I could cover my financial responsibilities. I know I could be housed. I know I would be fed. And I know I could save up a little money while out there. I know I'd be away from my babies. I have 2 little beautiful kids. I know I'd be away from everything I know and love about the western suburbs of Chicago. And it's kind of a tough choice. I mean, they haven't even offered me the job yet. That's what's really challenging. That's what's really challenging. I went on an interview last week. Interviewed for a sales job in a RV store in the area. And they offered a base salary, but it was really low. And it's coming in to the slow time of the season. It's coming into the slow time of the season. And for me to work there, it's a full-time job where you got to be in there 5 days a week, all day. I'm not scared of that. What I'm scared of is the feeling of total lack of productivity, being there 8, 9, 10 hours a day in a system that doesn't work, in an industry at a time, at a season, where no matter how great of a salesman I am, it's probably going to be hard to get people to buy RVs. There's probably not a lot of people looking for RVs in the snow. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have a feeling the next 2 or 3 months would be a struggle. And it's a struggle I couldn't afford to take. And the gentleman, a great guy I was interviewing with, knew I couldn't afford to take the job. Because I'm making more money waiting tables than I would doing that. Certainly for the near term. And as a guy who's fairly good at talking, most people suggest sales jobs. I'm not sure I'm good at sales. I'm not sure I'm good at sales. I might not be a closer. I don't. Should put this coffee away because they say coffee is for closers. Somebody's asking, what are my dreams? What makes me happy? Seeing my kids makes me happy. But honestly, I'm not in a financial position where I can fulfill my parenting time with my two little ones. Because I need to take every shift I can, and even if I don't, even if I didn't, I don't even have a car. I got two little ones that need car seats and cribs and toys and a home and a place to play with. Play in and be safe. And at this moment, I think they're safer where they are than they would be with their data. Yeah. And that's tough. That's tough. That's a tough feeling. I've been able to provide for them in a loving way, but I haven't figured out, as a twice divorced guy, how to provide for them both financially and emotionally. Because either I can work all the time and cover my financial responsibilities, yeah, I haven't found a balance that works for both. And maybe when you're twice divorced and you pay child support to both, maybe finding balance is really challenging. Maybe finding balance is really challenging. Because again, I have four beautiful kids that I love with everything, that all I really would love to do, what makes me happy is hanging out with them. But you go to work, they go to school. They live in 3 different towns. None of them are where I live. I mean, they're... So what's the answer? Throw in the towel and give up on the emotional, be there for them every day stuff, and go work in some national park on the other side of the country and make pretty good money and have no expenses and be lonely? I mean, that doesn't sound great. I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be in a national park. I did that this summer. It's a fun place to visit, but tell you what, I don't know if you want to live there. I certainly don't. I had a friend come down from Wisconsin earlier this week, and she's from a smaller town in Wisconsin. She came with her husband, and I was showing them around Naperville. And I love Naperville, and they loved it too, but they thought it was a little too big town for them. She'd spent a lot of time out in Wyoming, where Yellowstone is, and kind of liked the quieter life. Maybe the quiet life's not what I like. Spencer Hughes says, take the path of least resistance and room up with friends or others in similar situation. Huh. My thought, hold on, let me get some more coffee. Let me get some more coffee. My thought has always been, heck, I'm a really talented guy. I'm pretty smart, I'm hardworking, I'm positive, people seem to like me. Why don't I just make more money? And I know, before anyone tells me that money doesn't buy happiness, because I know it doesn't. If I had the money, it would certainly be easier to move my work schedule around a little bit so I could go see my kids and to buy the car that I need and have the house that I need to pick up my kids. So my mind goes round and round. Hey, Aunt Rhonda, thank you for hopping on. Conga Mike says, Stuart Smiley. I think you mean Stuart Smalley with positive affirmations. Lucky Pirate Ship says money buys options. That's true. So I've come back here and I went out and I found a job and then I found another waiter job and I'm doing that. And since that time, I've shined up my resume. I've sent it out. I've interviewed. I've looked for opportunities. I think I'm keeping my eyes open. I manage to move forward every day. I think I'm a good waiter and do a good job and bring a good attitude to the restaurant I work at. I continue to go live every morning here on TikTok. My audience grows on TikTok. Somebody asked me what makes me happy earlier. Do what makes you happy. I think I'm pretty good at doing exactly what I'm doing right now. I think I'm pretty good at sitting down in a chair, whether it's in Yellowstone or in my backyard in Naperville or in an extended stay. I've lived in a dark apartment. I've lived in Yellowstone. I've been married. I've lived in multiple houses. I've lived in my car. I've lived in an extended stay over the last 5.5 years. And the one thing I've been able to consistently do and keep moving forward with is I'm able to go and do my live show every morning that is Coffee with Ken. And I'm doing it on this Friday morning. And I got 109 people watching right now. As I'm sitting here drinking a cup of coffee, working through my stuff. Do I have it all figured out? No. Do I see my kids often enough? No. Am I in conflict with people in my life? Yes. Not a lot of people, but some important people. Do I make money doing this? Yes. Do I make a lot of money? No, but what's a lot of money? Do I hold myself accountable? I think I hold myself accountable viciously. Well, thank you. Somebody said I have good energy. I appreciate that. Hey, Laura, thank you so much for following the Live Creator. I really appreciate that. Well, you love my show. Well, thank you. So maybe I should just keep doing my show. Even though there's people out there that think it's a distraction or crazy or dumb or a waste of time. Maybe all the doors shut around me and here I am. I'm in an extended stay. I'm talking about dark thoughts. I'm talking about financial struggles, relationship struggles. All sorts of things. I'm hurting because I don't feel I'm there for my little ones. And I don't know an answer to that. I don't know an answer to that. I don't know an answer to that. I don't even know what's best for them. And that hurts. And maybe at this moment, what's best for them is not having their data there, which is hard to imagine. Because their data wants to be there. But their data hasn't figured out how to get there yet. And maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. Everybody, it's such an easy answer. Oh, well, just get a high-paying job. Let me tell you, I'm not turning down any offers, any six-figure offers for employment. And I'm certainly have my eyes and ears open. And I've never had a steady six-figure job anyway. I've had erratic paying jobs and high and low jobs and jobs where I felt I was stealing or jobs that I felt I wasn't contributing to the world in any positive way. What are my qualifications? Mopal wants to know. I don't know if I have any. Hey, I may not have any qualifications. I might not be qualified to do a damn thing. That's what it feels like sometimes. I'll tell you what, you try it. You try it. You try riding a scooter across the country, waiting tables at 55 for 70 hours in the first week. You wouldn't want to. Gives you good stories, though. Joey says he thinks sales is where it's at with me. And that's what most people say, but most sales jobs don't offer what I need. Joey, are you the one that said, wait, Sharon said I have plenty of qualifications. R. Barnes said he's had those jobs and never saw his family, was miserable and did nothing but work. So we're all kind of in the same boat. Running your business or work for others. I would have to be a running my business guy. Somebody said me saying I wouldn't fit in a corporate job is a cop-out. I don't think it is. I don't think it is a cop-out. I think it's realizing what I'm good at and what I'm not. And what I should be doing and what I shouldn't be doing. And I'm not being offered it. I don't have a corporate job. I've never had a corporate job. I think I would struggle like heck in that setting. I think I'd either become CEO of the company or get fired. Is not having a car the main thing keeping me from my little kids? I need a car and a house. Yeah, I mean the car is the main thing. Oh, it's so good. Well, Bean's trying to be mean to me or give me advice or whatever. Bean, you aren't me, and I'm not you. What's my opinion? Higher pay and a corporate job or a higher job satisfaction but lower pay? Somebody just said, okay, again, I think go to a job that you fit in, that you're good at, that you get hired at. I don't have a higher paying corporate job or a lower paying job with satisfaction. I have a mid range pay job when I need a high paying job. My daily my daily you have a great sounding voice. Find a product you believe in and we will all buy it. I think I have a product I believe in. And I think you've already bought it. Do you know what I mean? I think too often that gets glossed over. I think too often that gets glossed over. That what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing. And that I have 100 people watching right now on Friday morning at 7 o'clock. And I'm talking about real things and life. And I have 100 people listening that are also dealing with real things in life. And that might be struggling in some way or other. And that find value because they're tuning in every day and watching me talk and watching my shorts and my reels and my TikToks and watching me live and watching me taped. Saying I have a good voice, saying I should do a podcast, saying I should sell something, saying I should be in sales. Maybe I am in sales. And maybe I am selling something. And maybe I have customers. And maybe I'm where I'm supposed to be and doing the right thing. What would I need? I love it, Highland. I like that. Okay. Highland 517 asks, what would I need to pull in a week or a month to hit all my responsibilities? Good morning, Sandra Lynn. I would say I need to have a house and a car and cover the child support. I'd need to make about $8,000 a month. And that wouldn't be easy, but I'd say about $8,000 a month. So I'd need to make at least $100,000 to be able to rent at least a 2-bedroom place, be able to buy a car that gets me where I want to go and can pick up my kids safely. So I'd say real, and I currently, as a waiter, make about half that. Make about half that. So it has me here. And it's easy to make fun of the job I do or the work I do, and even sometimes I do it. But I think maybe making fun of it's the wrong thing to do. And being thankful for it might be the way to go. Oh. So what's my answer? What is my answer? Thank you for the heart, Angela. I appreciate that. Are there jobs in that pay range in my area? Yeah, well, certainly people make that sort of money. And Joey V says sell real estate. Bah. Joey V, I sold real estate for 17 years and only made 100 grand once. And I tried pretty darn hard. Tried pretty darn hard. Lucky Pirate Ship says gratitude, waiting on God, and doing the next right thing. It's good advice, Lucky Pirate Ship. Good morning, Rushy. I appreciate you. Good morning, Chop Chop. Thank you for liking the line. This has been a good show for me. I don't know if it's been good for you. We talked. We drank some coffee. I bared my soul. I feel better. Kind of feel optimistic. And I think if I looked at where my optimism lies, it doesn't lie in a national park on the other side of the country. And it doesn't lie with working it out with somebody I'm struggling with. It lies with being okay with where I'm at and what I'm doing. Not shutting my eyes to opportunities, not turning down huge paying jobs, not applying for huge paying jobs, but being thankful for the job that I have. Because I'm going to go in this morning. I start at like 10:15, I think, or 10:45. I better figure that out. I don't want to be late. Open the restaurant. If it's busy, I could work. Scares me, I think, 12 hours. If it's slow, I work 6. Highland says, so to cover the balance, I need $50K from social media. The issue isn't the $50K, because if I can get to $50K a year from social media, I'm going to get to $500K from social media. Social media's content creation is not a job. What I'm doing right now is not a job that's going to pay me 50 grand a year. It's not a job that's going to pay me 50. It'll either pay me, I might make 3 grand at exactly where I'm at right now. But once I get to 50, the next stop will be 500. There's no doubt about it. It's not like I'm going to stop. It's not the way it works. Once you light that fire, the growth's going to go. So I don't think if I got to 50, everything else would be taken care of. So, one bite at a time, Julie Flanagan. One bite at a time. Oh. Oh. So it's Friday morning. It's 6:45. I want to thank you so much for hopping on today. And being a part of my show. Sharing a little bit of coffee. Sharing a few thoughts. I especially thank anybody for subscribing or following whatever social media platform you're on, you're watching on. I appreciate you. And I'm excited about my day. I'm excited about getting some oranges and drinking a little more coffee and maybe popping on CNBC and seeing what's going on in the markets for a little while, and lead forth with gratitude into my day and be thankful for the job I have and the roof over my head and the audience I've had today, because it's been a great audience. And I appreciate you. And again, want to thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. I hope you had a great night's sleep. I hope your week's going well. I hope you're excited about your November. You're feeling good. You are loving yourself. You are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.